All right, this is Deanna Marie, and welcome back here to the Clue Seat. And today we're going to be talking about faith, okay? So let's get started. All right, today's Bible verse is going to be Genesis chapter 12, verses 1 through 4. So you guys know how I am. Open up those Bibles, get in the Word, pray, let God speak to you what He wants to speak to you about, and open up the lines of communication. Okay. At this point in the Bible, Abraham is just doing what Abraham's doing in his homeland. He is not expecting to talk to God. He's probably just going through the motions in his hometown from where he's from. And God's going to call upon him, and he's going to say he wants him to leave that land, go to a different land that he has promised for him, and he's going to make him the father of many nations. He's going to make him famous. He's going to give him wealth. He's going to do all of these things, but he needs to pick up everything that he owns and go to this new land. Okay. The very next verse after that, Abraham doesn't question. He doesn't ask God, like, well, what are the details? Like, how are there people in the land? How's this going to work out? Is this a 10-year plan, 20-year plan? What am I looking at? He doesn't say anything. It says he departed. That's the next verse. Okay, so what does that mean for you? Some of you guys need to understand that type of faith, that is the type of faith that changes lives. That man, if he would have just stayed there and said, well, I don't know if I heard God right. I don't know. I've never heard of anyone else talking to him like this. I don't really know anything. Why would he pick me? If he questioned and stayed, the world would not be what it is today. But because he had the faith to listen and he believed, and he believed so much that he took his nephew Lot and his family with him too. That's how much he believed, okay? He believed that much, and he just went. He didn't ask questions. He didn't say, give me the plan, nothing. He just listened. That type of faith is what changes the world. It does good. It changes your life for the better. You know, if God tells you something, you need to have faith and believe it and just start walking along the path. Abraham didn't know which land and he knew like a direction, but he didn't know like you're going to own this. And then everyone's going to go to Egypt with Joseph. And then after that, you guys are going to be slaves for a little bit. And then after that, you're going to be free. And he didn't know all of those things. He didn't have to know. He was just supposed to do his part. So if God is asking you to do something, or he's told you something's going to happen, or he's like, maybe it could be, I always talk about getting married and stuff like that. You need to have the faith to start walking in that. Okay, Noah had faith. He started building a boat and he didn't even know what rain was because it was not raining back then. He had no idea that was going to happen like that. Nobody did, but he was the one person that believed. Therefore, him and his family was chosen to be saved because he believed. He had faith. Faith is so important when you're doing things. People have invented the craziest things that we use today based off of faith, off of the faith. The inventions don't exist before they're just a thought, but they have the faith to like actually put things into motion and believe that other people are going to want them. And that's why the world is the way that it is today. If nobody had faith and nobody tried to change things or make things better, we'd all still be living like caveman days. So I want you guys to think about that. If you have this idea, or you have something that God's told you to do, or if God's told you something's going to happen, you need to have faith and just start walking in that. David was told he was going to be king. He was not king right away, but he just took it day by day by day. And yeah, bad things happened along the way. Okay. Saul was trying to kill him. He had to leave the land, his homeland. All kinds of bad things happened. Okay. Just because God says, hey, you're going to have a wife or a husband, or you're going to be wealthy, it doesn't mean that walk's going to be easy. But you need to have the faith to not give up, to not turn back, to not be like, oh, well, I messed up today, so I guess it's over for me. No, Abraham messed up too. Abraham went to a town and lied and told everybody that his wife was his sister because he was so scared that people were going to kill him to marry her. Okay, so he wasn't completely perfect. He ends up taking a second wife, Hagar. They have Ishmael. And he did not believe all the way. He makes a little mistake right there, right? But he kept going. He kept listening. God said, no, that's not the son. That you're going to have another son too, a different son. You're going to have one from Sarah. So if he wouldn't have believed, the story would have just stopped. So even if you make a mistake, even if you think even if you start to doubt or anything like that, tomorrow's a new day. Today's a new day. Just say, hey, pick yourself up and say, that was a mistake. I'm okay. I'm going to keep believing. I'm going to keep walking. I'm going to keep having faith. Don't give up on your hopes, your dreams, the things that God tells you to do. Don't give up. Okay? Because it will come eventually. Just keep walking along that path. Okay? And read that Bible verse that I referenced today, Genesis 12, 1-4. Read it over your life. Let that speak life into you, okay? God is not a man that he should lie, okay? He doesn't lie, and he doesn't just say things to say them, okay? He is telling you the truth. So if he's planted something in your heart, have the faith to continue to believe, okay? It's not over till it's over, all right? So anyways, like, share, subscribe, and comment as always, and I will see you guys back here next time.